what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I have a very special guest for you today, Miss Sydney Walker, CEO, uh, through the hammer at University of Oregon, double major in journalism, public relations. She, like I said, she owns her own business, also works for Turner Sports. She's been doing a little bit of everything. How you doing, Sydney?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here today.
Most definitely, most definitely. I'm glad we could find time in your busy schedule to get this set up. I know I'm busy, but you're very busy. So,
I always have time for stuff like this, so very excited to be a part of your show.
all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, Sydney, tell the people at home that don't know you. Tell us a little bit about you. I know I told them a little bit, but tell us a little bit more about you and just your journey and why you chose to go into sports.
Yeah, so my name is Sydney Walker. I'm from Roswell, Georgia, a little bit outside of Atlanta. Graduated from the University of Oregon in 2021 with a double major. I've always loved sports, grew up playing sports my whole life, and eventually did. I actually didn't start track and field until high school, and I got a scholarship, which is kind of a funny story. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, I bet you've done track your whole life, or how did you get into it?" I'm like, "Nope, started it when I was a junior in high school." But
Wow.
I always knew journalism was the route for me because when I watched games, I was always commentating, going over stats with my dad and stuff. So I always knew I wanted to go into journalism. I originally thought sideline reporting, but once I got to Oregon, I worked at the school TV station for about 2 years. And after that, I decided it was time for me to try something new. So my sophomore year, I took a PR class. I had no clue what PR was, but I thought it was really interesting. And from there, I kind of fell in love with it and decided I kind of shift more behind the scenes work. So I started working with the football team, doing beat writing. It's kind of how I shifted from sideline reporting to more PR, social, and marketing.
That's great. That's great. So I do got a question. So you're from Georgia. What made you go all the way to Oregon? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a far away. I don't even think you can make that drive. That's probably a 3, 4, 5 day drive. I know it's a pretty long flight. So what made you choose University of Oregon?
So originally, when I was looking at schools, I was thinking stay within driving distance. So originally, I wanted to go to UNC Chapel Hill, and I loved it there. And then one of my last high school track meets, I was out in California, and the Oregon track coach was there. He was like, "Have you ever thought about Oregon?" And I was like, "Not really. It's not within a close distance of Georgia." But I
Yeah.
had one more visit left, so I was like, I might as well take it. I went out there and absolutely fell in love with the campus. They have an amazing journalism school and an amazing track team. And I felt like it was the only school that gave me the best of both worlds because some schools either had a great track team, no journalism program, or vice versa. So I just fell in love with Oregon and I thought I could always come back home. So it was a really good experience just checking out the West Coast, getting a new environment, and also getting the nice academic and athletic experience.
Got you, got you. So was it like a culture shock when you went all the way from the South to the West Coast? And I know the time differences is crazy. I learned that from when I was in Vegas. I thought I was gonna be partying, but I spent a whole lot of time sleep because because of the time difference. So was it somewhat of a culture shock? Was it different for you when you went out there?
Oh yeah, it was definitely different. And a lot of people just hearing me say I'm from Georgia, I think they have an image of what Georgia is based on movies. I'm like, it's nothing like that. So a lot of people were shocked when they heard I was from Georgia, but you definitely get used to it after some time there.
Got you, got you. That's how it is every time I go to Maryland. When I was a kid, I used to go to Maryland every summer, and being from North Carolina, every time I go up there, people, oh, you from North Carolina? Like, I don't know, I guess it's like a, even though I guess Maryland is considered the South, it's not considered to me, but I don't know. People just, I guess they have the stigmatism about us in the South, and
Hmm.
whatever. So you were at the Black Sports Symposium powered by ESPN, and that's where me and you met. So I have a two-part question for you. What was your favorite moment at the Black Sports Symposium, and who was your favorite speaker or your favorite session?
I would say my favorite moment was just being surrounded by so many like-minded people and a bunch of Black sports professionals. I think it's rare to get all of us in the same room with everyone trying to achieve the same goal. So I thought it was nice just being able to network with everyone, share stories, and kind of meet new people and reconnect with old friends in person, so I really enjoyed that aspect. And my favorite speaker, there's two. One session I really enjoyed was the Title IX conversation with Aaliyah Boston and LaChina
Oh yeah.
Robinson. That was a very powerful conversation. And I liked how we were in an intimate room, so it was really nice just hearing her speak about the challenges she's faced throughout her career and also just how all of us can advocate more for the WNBA. So I really enjoyed that session. And then second, of course, Deion Sanders. That was an amazing session. He really lit up the room. I really enjoyed hearing him speak. And I liked how interactive he was with the crowd, allowing them to ask questions. And he was really candid and honest about HBCU. So that was definitely my other favorite session.
Yeah, I feel like that Aaliyah Boston, LaChina Robinson, and Jay Lee English. That's like the most underrated session, uh, honestly, of the Black Sports Symposium. You know, I feel like when I talk to most people, you know, it's Deion Sanders, which that was a great session, and the Eric Thomas session was through the was through the roof, man. Like if you were in that session, woo, what was amazing. But I think that session, that the first session that you named, is definitely very very undervalued because, like you said, it was a very intimate conversation and about how we all can do more for the W and how we can support those ladies. So I think that's definitely a great thing. So, you know, you were a social media intern, you were a social media editor, you were working at Turner Sports. What made you want to start your own company?
So I started it in 2020, which was right when the pandemic was getting started. And I was just thinking of ways to keep myself busy. And I thought it would be a great idea to bring these seasoned veterans in the sports industry and have them come on and connect with students, aspiring journalists and PR professionals, and just young professionals in general. So back in April of 2020, I reached out to Spencer Paysinger, who's a Oregon alum. And if you watch All American, he's the producer of that show, and it's
Okay.
based on his life.
Oh
Yes,
wow.
I reached out to him. We had that UO connection. And it happened a little faster than I thought. About an hour later, he was like, sure. I said, okay, we'll get this thing going. So he was our very first guest. And since then, we've had almost 40 over the course of 2 years. So it's
Oh
been really
wow.
fun. Yeah, hosting that and having all these students come on and get to interact with the guests and form relationships that way. And this fall, we'll finally be having our first in-person event, which I'm very excited about. I've been wanting to have an in-person event this whole time since we've had virtual and just get everyone together. We'll have a live Q&A panel um, in September in Atlanta, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
So make sure you go ahead and plug that September win in Atlanta.
Friday, September 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia.
And can they find the tickets on www.thecollaborativex.org?
Yes, as soon as you go on our homepage, there's a link to get tickets. So hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, so if you in Georgia and you near her and you want to be a part of it, make sure you go in there and get a ticket and support her because what she's doing is great. She's like bridging the gap between the young and the experience. So that sounds like such a great thing to be doing. So, what is your? I know you're from Georgia, so I'm going to assume, but I don't like to assume. But I'm going to assume. Are you a Falcons fan?
Yep,
Okay, Falcons fan, Falcons fan. So you like the Falcons? What you like? Any basketball teams? Dream Hawks.
ATL all around, all ATL teams.
Okay, okay. So what your Hawks going to do this year? You got a hot take for me? You got something for me? Not Hawks. I'm sorry. What are your Falcons? We're gonna start with the Falcons. What are your Falcons going to do this year?
But hopefully get more than 4 wins, which is our usual these days. So we'll see.
I mean, yeah, y'all do have Pitts. I don't blame y'all for letting Matt Ryan go. I did
It
think,
was time.
yeah, it was time. I did think that y'all were gonna make a move though. I really, other than Marcus Mariota, I still think y'all in play for Jimmy Garoppolo. I think it just depends on because I'm a 49ers fan, but I
Okay.
still think y'all in play for Jimmy Garoppolo. I think it just depends on what we're asking for him. Um, I I know, seeing Baker Mayfield go for a fifth round pick, could have some variance on that. So, your Hawks, not this year that just passed, but the year before, they had a very good season. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they surprised a lot of people. And then this year they had somewhat of a setback. They didn't. I don't know if they didn't. I can't remember if they didn't make the playoffs or if they were. In the play-in, I do not remember.
We made the play in.
Made the play-in. Okay, got you,
Hmm.
got you. So I know you got Trae Young. Y'all just got what's the guy name from San Antonio?
DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte Murray. So are you excited about this upcoming Hawk season?
I am. I think it would actually go really well. I know Trey really wanted DeJounte, so I think that will work out well. And it seems like all the John Collins drama has passed over. And he says he wants to be a Hawk for life. So hopefully, now that his mindset's kind of back in the game, he can step up his game, be more of a team player, and hopefully we'll have a good season. I feel like 2 years ago we really missed out on an opportunity because when you get those windows in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's like when you really have to make a push to get a title. And unfortunately, last year we kind of relapsed, but hopefully everyone's been working hard and we can get back in that position again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely love Trae Young. I'm one of the people that actually believed in him coming from Oklahoma. I know a lot of people, thought he was too small. They thought he was a, fake Steph Curry. I just really, I think that Trey is good. I do think Trey need to hit the weight room. I will say that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I noticed, and it's not even like I'm not saying him get big, but he need to make that body transformation that Steph Curry made. When Steph Curry put on maybe 10 pounds of muscle and just get a little bigger so he doesn't get pushed around. The John Collins drama, I don't know what it stemmed from, and I don't know what it is, but I do hope they figure it out. I do like John Collins as well. He just needs to stay healthy. So how are the Atlanta Dream? You follow the Atlanta Dream?
Not too closely as other sports, but
Okay, okay. All right. So most definitely. I know their own I believe their owner was at the Black Sports Symposium. I didn't get a chance to make that. So what's next for you, Sydney?
well, pretty busy right now planning for our in-person event for the collaborative. And
Mhm.
also I lead a Black Women in Sports Atlanta group, so just hosting monthly events, whether that's brunches, going to games, fitness groups. So I'm looking to transform that more into a business. We've really built a great community of women in the Atlanta area. That's been another passion project. And then work-wise, kind of looking to kind of looking to jump into the tech industry. So looking at some options there, like communications and tech. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Most definitely, most definitely. So tell the people where they can get in contact with you at. Where can they find you at? Your websites, your socials, if you want to plug them. Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, so on Instagram, you can find me at Sydney_Walker, SYDNEE. And then for the collaborative on Instagram, the collaborative X. You also can find me on Twitter at Sydney_Walker5 and the collaborative on Twitter at X Collaborative. Feel free to reach out to me. I always answer DMs, emails, texts. So I'd love to connect with you guys.
Yes, most definitely. Like she said, she does answer messages because she answered mine. That's how she. That's how we ended up linking up. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people you do hit them up and they don't hit you back. And like she was saying earlier, sometimes when you hit people up, they do hit you right back, and it does surprise you. Like, oh wow, this person's kind of important that they hit me right back. But and then like she said, make sure y'all go on the website. What's the website for them?
thecollaborativex.org, and all our ticket information for our event Friday, September 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia is on there, and you can get tickets. And hopefully, I will see you there.
All right, all right. So that's like I said, that's Miss Sydney Walker. She's doing some great things. CEO. She's just doing a little bit of everything. And like she said, she's trying to push forward black sports professionals, women in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's trying to do so many different other things. All right, Sydney. It was a pleasure having you on the show. And we will see you around, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this.
Yes, ma'am.